Do I have to come and get some off you?
Some vigorous rubbing.
You can't start a show with the words "some vigorous rubbing," Natasha. Even if the hand cream dispensed too much.
I put too much on. I was like, oh, 5 seconds, I've got time to put hand cream on. And splodged way too much out and I've had to vigorously rub. Good morning. How are you? Oh, well,
Don't
that
worry,
set
everyone.
the tone, isn't it?
We need to be clear about this. This is Seam's hand cream. We're not going to get this all over the fabric.
Oh, no.
It's magic, special
This
hand
stuff's
cream.
awesome. I think we sold her out of it, haven't we?
We have
But it
sold
is...
out of it.
Yeah.
But it's designed for people who work with fabric.
Oh,
to
completely.
put on, and it won't transfer to your fabric. Very clever stuff.
No. In fact, that's
Very clever
already nearly gone in my hands. Brilliant. Good morning. How are you? So this morning, very exciting. Gemma has already pressed go.
I have.
She's pressed the go buttons on the brand new Kaufman fabrics, which are just, I'm going to sound like John Cole Morgan, but they are just divine.
Yeah.
They are divine.
I'm going to say very quickly.
Go on.
There are 3 kits of each colourway.
Yes, there are.
For the quilt that you're looking at today.
Yeah.
One of them's already gone. I can see it. I can
Okay.
see who you are. You know who you are. I'm very impressed. Well done, you.
Fastest fingers first.
Please don't be upset with us. There's just not very much available. Because these are big old kits.
They are. They're 4.5 metres of fabric kits.
Well, 5.5.
5.5. Well, 4.5 metres of Kaufman in there, and then an extra metre of your plain. What is it going to make you? You'll have to excuse the fact I've drawn all over mine. It's the Summer Palace one. Leesa Chandler, this is one of her designs. She used to design for Kaufman many years ago, and then she set up on her own. So she gets it. She designs stuff that's going to sit beautifully with your Kaufmans. In fact, a lot of her, if you see a lot of the front of her covers, have actually had past Kaufman ranges like this on there. So we know that these are quilts that are made with these designs in mind, which is why we always bring them out when we've got a bit of Kaufman, because it's just so stunning. Now, I've made up, and don't worry, I bought myself some extra fabrics, some extra sample fabrics, so that I wasn't dipping into any of the fabrics for you. So, yeah, don't worry about that. I wouldn't do that, Gemma. No. Not with Kaufman. I always buy extra. I've got 3 colourways. That is 3, isn't it? Yeah, 3. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. I bet you can't do that one. That was amazing.
No, I can't do that.
No.
Yeah.
Talented man.
Now, what I've done mine actually as I'm going to have these in my. Well, I can't decide, right, Gemma? I've done a panel in each of the 3 colourways.
So that's how much fabric you've got.
So, no,
Beautiful.
to show everybody what their kits will look like. So I've done this one in, you can see I've written there, teal. Then that one I'm going to demo in. And then this one here in the black.
Nice.
But the colours follow through because it's all part of the same collection. And I'll show you those. Anything that hasn't gone into kits has gone into cut to order. All right. And if you want to get yourself a little bit of gold cork to go with it.
Beautiful.
That's selling quick, isn't it?
Yeah. Nearly gone.
Right, let me show you the teal. And then I'm going to pin these up on the wall somehow.
These are outstandingly beautiful. Just to be absolutely clear.
So that is your teal version. I did that last night. I've got an old, what's it called? Screen thing.
Oh, yes.
Now I'm wondering whether or not to replace the screens with one of these.
That would be beautiful.
Wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Emily came to find me. This is the teal version. Emily came to find me this morning. She's like, Mummy, I was just finishing off doing all of these. Should you not be making me breakfast? I was like, all right.
Probably.
Yeah.
Your brother's big enough to do that now, though.
Props. But I know I cook them fresh baguettes and stuff for
yes.
breakfast and bacon sandwiches.
We do. I forget this.
They have
Bit of cereal off the
a
top.
full cooked breakfast before they go to school, my kids. Well, you know, they're growing. And then I expect them to learn. This is the black.
Oh, it's glorious, isn't
I
it?
did this one this morning. I got up this morning and did this. So if you are wanting a quilt that you can, quite frankly, whip up in a weekend,
Yeah.
because you don't want to interfere with that fabric too much. It's a bit wit-woo, isn't it?
Pat says, can I order with you? Pat, you just need to go to the website. So natashamakes.com.
Yeah.
Go to the Textile Tuesday page.
Yep.
Or to the Watch Live page. Click View All, and you can select all the items you want to purchase there. Add them to your basket, but make sure you then check out. If they're in your basket, they're not secure until you've checked out. I know I say this, I sound like a broken record. However, it is very sad when someone's got something in their basket and someone else as well.
The fabrics, like I say, available by the half metre.
They are.
With whatever didn't go into kits.
Yes, so the Teal cranes is sold out.
Already?
Yes.
Wow. Oh no! Come on! I'm not doing this very well. I need my rail back. That's another job for this afternoon, to get the rail up.
Our Sylv's with us. She says,
Hi,
well,
Sylv.
blank screen, giggling, vigorous rubbing, and good morning to you too.
Morning!
Natasha was rubbing her hand cream in.
Yes. Just for clarity. Oh, crikey.
And now she's decorating the set, everybody.
Oh, badly, apparently.
Jane Vivesh says, good morning from a
Morning.
very, very wet Devon.
Oh, yeah, it's doing all that. It is doing all that.
And can't see us on YouTube. We are there. I assure you, we had comments on YouTube before Facebook this
Right.
morning.
Gives you an idea, right?
Look at that.
I know. I am so excited for this. Right, before we go any further and I show you anything else, I took one for the team. I did, because I threw it out there last night, yesterday's show, that these little makes, can we go overhead, Jem?
Oh, of course you can. Yeah, sure.
Thanks, Love.
She says.
These little gift boxes, whatever, made out of the cork that we whipped up in seconds yesterday.
Yes.
It suddenly dawned on me, I wonder if you can fit some after eights in. They're the perfect size to fit 3.
That's good, isn't it?
I don't know how 6 after eights have lasted.
Because I didn't know they were there for a start.
The rest of the box has been eaten.
Not by me.
Mainly by me
That's
and
good
Josh
then.
and the kids, I'm not going to lie. SJ had a couple.
But SJ's
So, yeah.
being very good and not eating such nonsense.
Well, that's rubbish, because she ate a whole load yesterday. Right, let's have a look at these kits then. If the teal is already in peril,
Well,
let's go
yes.
teal. This is my prep. I'm so organised today. Everyone's very worried about me.
Yes, so there's no cranes available on their own, I'm afraid.
For the teal.
Correct.
Now, you're going to get a metre of teal. This is your cranes fabric. You get 2.5 metres of this glorious fabric.
Stunning, isn't it?
Oh, just wowie. Then you are going to get a 1/2 metre. Now, the instructions call for, and I can show you here. I've been super generous. The instructions call for 2.2 metres of this. I've given you 2.5.
Yes. No
You've
messing.
got some wiggle room there, okay? So you can make a matching cushion or whatever, because I knew I wouldn't be able to get any more of that. So if you are going in for this, it's on a special offer today. It should be over £100. It's $89.99 for this kit, okay?
Just today.
Now, then the other 4 fabrics should be 40 centimetres, 30 centimetres, 15 centimetres. I've put in a 1/2 metre of each so that you can decide which ones go where. Look at this tree, isn't it just beautiful? Okay. So you get to do a little bit of designing for yourself. And there's that peony again, but in a much lighter colourway.
Wow.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Right. Gemma's making a face.
I am.
It's not the most beautiful face I've ever seen her make, if I'm going to be really honest. Don't take that personally, but you have more beautiful faces.
I do.
And
yeah,
that's,
it was a grimacing face.
I'd say gurning, but yeah, grimace.
All
gurning.
right, gurning. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
That's what I'm seeing.
We've sold out of the black colourway in the kit.
Are you kidding me?
No. Gone already.
But we do have fabrics available by the half metre, so
We
I
do.
will still show you those fabrics.
Yeah.
Right. Can we go close up, please?
Of course we can.
Because I need you to see these by the half metre because they are stunning. So in this particular kit, you get that fabric two ways. You get it in that beautiful light colourway, and then you also get it in the darker colourway too. And then, now you see, I think this is going to look gorgeous, this one here, with the corks.
This is stunning, isn't it?
That's what I'm excited for this one for.
Yeah.
For those smaller projects. Because these beautiful big patterns will get lost on a smaller project. But then look at this. This is just, can I just show you the tree there? Can you see the tree working its way through? Just love it.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Just love it. That is your option number one. Can we go over here, please, Jamila?
Certainly we can.
Just look at, it's,
This is very good.
I've really enjoyed working with these. Just really enjoyed it. And just to have these, there's something about this peachy colour with the teal, which is absolutely stunning. And actually I realised, because I might have a wall space in my sitting room where these are going to go as a tip trick.
Oh, yes.
I believe that is the correct terminology. And it has to the half's agreement that he's happy for that to go up on the wall. And then I suddenly realised that I've got all of these colours in throws and various fabrics now in my sitting room. And it just, you wouldn't think, would you, that this with a oxblood red sofa would work. But I'll take some photos, I'll show you it does. It really does. It's jewel-like, isn't it, my sitting room now?
And then a really deep navy colour on the wall, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at him! So gorgeous. Actually, can we go close up on the herons? We haven't done that, have we?
No.
Cranes, herons, whatever they are. Birds. The birds, the birds. Look at that. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, let's have a look at the next one.
Of course we can. Yeah. We better had. Well, you know, there's still a chance.
Well, there is still a chance. But each of these fabrics, apart from that first crane fabric, available individually. If you, let me just show you what you could have won.
Yes, yes.
If you bought the black kit, then this is what you've got. Congratulations. Now, how much of this crane fabric have we got cut to order on the black one?
Just having a look now to see if it's still available.
Because there was some. Little bit.
I don't think there's a lot.
No.
Some in baskets as well.
Please check it out. And I hate to rush you.
I know, it's not our favourite thing. We're not Selly Telly, are we, Tash?
No.
We're not.
Save that for other days.
Yeah, it's we're being honest.
This one is in this kit and in the Claret kit. Did we call it Claret?
Yes,
So they're named with the planes that go with them.
correct. Ah, we've sold out of the black and the teal now in the kit.
Okay, well done.
The crane's black, I've got half a metre of that fabric
this
cut
one
to
left.
order, and then it's gone.
Okay,
So
what
if it's in a
about
basket-
this one? The peony.
The peony.
I love the peony.
Sorry, everything's on a bit of a go slow today. It's
That's
sort of
all right.
thinking about it before it does anything.
I'm just going to put those two next to each other because they're beautiful. If you are going cut to order, just consider these together. You've got this green in here.
We
and
have
then-
good stock of the others, Tash.
Have
so,
we?
Yeah. So
Yeah, because they didn't go into, so the peony we've got.
we've got good stock of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Available by the half metre.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to show you.
Oh, she's a beaut as well, isn't she? That
You
peony.
know, I keep harping on about how beautiful that is going to look with the cork. Look at that. And also your peony with it as well. But I love it with the green.
Stunning.
Look at that together. And look how pretty it is there. So if you bought the cork yesterday, we've still got some of the gold.
Yeah.
Have we got any of the rose gold?
Well, I'm just working actually on putting together a rose gold and a gold duo
Oh, okay.
because we sold our trios and I just thought it seems fair, just, you know,
Just
as a little
because.
aside. Who would like a little duo?
So if you just search Kaufman, 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 these will come up. And any other Kaufman fabrics that we've got. Oh, Gemma! I meant to put a Kaufman duo together on a
Right.
special deal.
Okay.
And it's on the shelf. You know that aqua one that I said, oh, I managed to get one that goes with it perfectly.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's going to have to be an after the show if Jane's not listening
Well,
situation,
Jane might
isn't
be
it?
listening. Let's hope Jane's listening.
Yeah.
So we had 1/2 metre of the cranes left. I'm so excited for you to have this today.
Well, so excited are you that you've made your lovely wall hangings,
Yeah,
but you've not reserved yourself a quilt kit.
no.
You've been very good. You've let everyone else have the quilt kits.
Jane's always
Oh,
listening.
we
That
love
doesn't
you,
sound
Jane.
creepy at all. Jane's always watching. She's always listening. She'll take out the plastic. Gemma, I don't know if you can do magic stuff with this.
You can do magic. I don't know what that fabric is. That looks beautiful. Gosh, that was a find, isn't it?
Do you know what? I asked them if they had any more
Ooh.
of the Kaufman fabrics from this collection.
Wow.
Because I realised that I'd got all excited buying this one and then hadn't really bought
No.
any of the other aquas that went with it.
No.
We'd got lots of the Midnights and lots of the other ones, so they've all gone. And of course you're like, well, what are we going to put this with? Well, this one. They'd had, and this is, you know when the universe just works out beautifully for you?
Yeah.
The universe went, it's all right, Tash. This one's been sent out in error and literally just come back the day before.
Oh, so there's some luck, isn't
Literally
it?
just come back. So I'm going to do you a really special deal because it's not even Black Friday. What day is it today? Tuesday.
Yeah.
What colour is it? Begins with a T.
We're doing Black Friday deals for the next little while. It's fine.
I mean, yeah.
We're just going to go with that. Tash.
So
Brain capacity, no.
No. So 2 Kaufmans with the gold, gorgeous. And then you've got it, like, haven't you? You've got 2 fabrics that are just going to be stunning together. I'll do those in a 2 1/2 metre bundle
Okay.
for very good price.
Very good
and make you very
price.
good price.
Good price.
Good price and make a good price.
Marvellous.
When I say I, obviously,
She means me.
I mean Gemma.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's
Gemma
doing
will
the...
work her wizardry.
She's
It's probably
doing
those
her-
bolts somewhere that I can get hold of them. You
There.
know, that way.
There.
Yeah.
Gonna leave them there.
Cheers.
And then I'm going to show you the one remaining bundle. This is the trouble, isn't it? Every time I keep showing you a bundle, look at them, whipped away. Every time I show you a bundle,
That's gorgeous.
You
There's
keep
shading in this and everything, Tash.
buying it out. Yeah, you know how with Leesa's fabric there's that shading?
Yes.
Same mill.
There's some shading. Oh, it's lovely.
One of the same mills. There's only a few mills, handful of mills in the world that can do that shading. Now,
Tash, I can't wait to see you do this because the plum colourway and this claret look fabulous together.
do you know what? And what a step away from my usual colours are these.
Yeah.
But actually, it just had to be done because it's rich, it's decadent, and this is the colour of my sofas.
Yes.
This is why it works.
Yes. And that fog colour through there with the plum. Ooh. Perfection, isn't it?
I mean, it's a bit blinking good.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what else is really good? I had to colour match this. Who's that ringing me?
Every single
Ah,
Tuesday.
always. Go away.
It's normally someone you know really well as well.
I
And you
know.
think, hang on a minute.
Hang on. Yeah, like, so, do you remember it always used to be my mother-in-law?
Yeah.
So do you not know what I do?
Oh, bless her.
Oh no, then there's another one. That's 2 phone calls on the bounce, that is.
Dear me.
I would turn it off, but, you know, we go on that their Facebook. Now, hang on, look at this grey here. Oh, it's just exquisite.
It's good, isn't it?
It really is. I just love it. And then this beautiful grey. This is in 2 of the kits, okay, which means there's less of this one cut to order, but it is utterly stunning. And if you haven't used it, why not? But look. Look at those 2 together. So if you're looking to buy smaller prints together, Gemma, can we go
Closety.
closety, uppity?
Charcoal's lovely, isn't it?
It's not dark enough to be a real charcoal.
No, that's what they calls it, but no.
I know. I think something's got lost in translation there.
That other one's fog, which I think is perfect.
Now, fog, I
for
would
it.
say yes.
Yes. There's that lovely lavendery territory
Look
of fog,
at
isn't there? Ooh.
I just adore it. I'm trying to find a bit where there's the tree. There's the tree. Oh, yeah. But can you see why I think you should definitely get both of those together?
Of course.
Would be rude not to. And then what also works really beautifully together are these. So you've got this stunning peony. And then it's like you've got, you know how when you have flower displays, you then have the greenery that goes around it?
Yes.
It's like that. But you see also, you can see how that grey then comes in and works so beautifully.
Lovely.
Love. Shall we make it?
Oh, yes, please.
Shall we?
So this is the Imperial House 2 quilt.
Yes.
If anyone doesn't have the instructions,
They're available on our website.
yes, they are.
Now, they are a Leesa Chandler one.
They are.
Like I say, Leesa used to design with Kaufman. And so a lot of her designs were using his fabrics before she went out on her own. So she really understands about these big scale prints. And do you know, the weird thing is that these are perfect beginner fabrics, which is terrifying when you think of the price for a lot of people. But what I would say is, give it a go, because the fabric is you're working with a great quality fabric. So that starting point is just divine.
It makes such a difference, doesn't it, when you work with a really good quality fabric that's got great stability and it's not moving all over the shop.
No, exactly.
A really lovely
Now,
stable
I'm doing
weave.
mine slightly differently. Of course you are, they all say, of course you are. In that each of these I've done as a different colour panel to show you what your kits will look like. Can we have a quick look at what they will look like?
Yeah, of course.
So, this is the black version. This is the teal version. Okay. Now, in between is going to sit, obviously, my beautiful Claret. And it's going to carry these colours from here through, and then it picks out the grey. So actually the Claret is a beautiful blender because it's got these peachy pink tones, and then it goes through to these and picks up the fog. So that's why I've chosen it to be my middle of my tip trick.
Brilliant.
Yes.
It's a beauty, isn't it? Tash, the kits have been very much loved. We already said that the teal had sold out, the black had sold out. We have now only got one kit left in the Claret. There may be several of you with that one kit in your basket. It'll be whoever checks it out first that secures that kit. I can't be clear enough on this.
No.
Because we don't want you being sad.
No.
It makes us sad when you're sad, and there's nothing
Yes.
we can do about it because we do
No.
not have more fabric, nor do we have a magic wand.
I don't know if we can get any more of it either.
No.
I-
No. The Crane's fabric has sold out on its own
Across the
in teal
board.
and in black. We have some of the Cranes in plum left.
Do you want to see the crayons in flow?
Yeah.
Right, I've labelled, the first thing I've done is go through my cutting instructions. Lisa's done this brilliantly because every single square there's a letter on it. So if you want to put a different colourway in, and I have different fabrics in, then you just, I'm going to turn my light on, then you just have to, it's like painting by number. So this is my big old chunk. And also what I really love about this pattern is that if you want to make it smaller, you just make these panels smaller. You don't do them as long.
No.
But make every single one of them shorter. Everything else can stay the same. But if you want to adjust anything and keep any of this fabric spare, then just make those panels shorter. The only two measurements it would change are those two side measurements there, there, and there. That's all it would change. Okay, so I'm going to set this out. This is my A fabric. And I kept my sanity by setting these out and then working to that layout. Okay, and what I might just do is set it out over here because I'm going to have to do a little bit of cutting of my sashing strips. They are 1.5 inches. They were cut in seconds with my stripology ruler. Bosh. So, I know that J, here's my J, so cut and label is going to go, I got 2 J's there. Oh no, I've got a K. My J is going up there. And then, how did J and K vary? Let's have a look. J, oh, it's 12.5. K is a little bit taller. Let me check. I did just trim that back. Oh yes, I did. Look, I was on it at 5 o'clock this morning. That's brilliant. Well done me. K is going to be down here. Now then, E. Where does E go? E is going to go along there. E goes there. Sorry. And then F is reflected down there. M goes up there. M also comes down there. Now, I've got 2 C's here. They are cut out of this fabric, should you wish them to be. There we go. One just down there. And then I've got a G, 2 G's. Normally we want 4G, don't we? But just 2G here today. Look at that. So already, that's my layout. And then it's a matter of then just cutting my sashing strips to go with. Now you've got full instructions. Obviously I'm just doing a little bit at a time. So let's just trim the edges of these and then get some of these. Gemma's looking like she's concentrating.
Oh, I am.
What are you doing, Gemma? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I am.
So C is 4 inches. So I'm going to go for a couple of little 4-inch strips there. And I know that's going to sit between that one and it's going to sit between that one. Now, E, how wide was E? E was 10 inches wide. Now, I'm going to need to now do a little 10-inch strip. You can use your cutting mat, you can use whatever you have to hand. There's my 10 inches. And that will sit between those. Now G, how tall was G? G was 8.5 inches high. I've got a slightly smaller cutting ruler somewhere. So what did you say, 8.5? Is anybody paying attention?
Oh, I hope so. I hope
Was
so.
anybody paying attention? There we go. So that will sit in between those. And then if I look how tall J was 12.5 high, then I can get the next one. And then that is, can you see how suddenly that is that top bit done? Now, I know that I'm going to have to do 1, 2, 3, 4 15.5-inch pieces to go top and tail on all of these bits. So I am going to trim the selvage off that. There's my 15.5. So when the cutting is done, it's just straight line sewing. And I really would just look at this. I would just lay it all out, and then you know where you're going with this. How rich and opulent is this? I mean, really, how beautiful. So let's take a look. F. How wide was F? F was 10 inches wide. Let's see. 10 inches there is going to do the bottom of F along there. And then, whoop, this one here. G, how tall was G? Because I'm going to have to put one in there. That is 8.5 tall. So let's get these rulers on. And again, creative grid rulers, making this a dream and just so easy to do. That's going to sit in there. And then K is 13 high. So let's just take off that end bit. And this is how you can get this done in a day. It's not going to be tricky. So if you wanted to make for somebody else, probably should have bought 2. There, look, so that's all our cutting done. All we've got then is just what this sashing will go round it.
Do you know what though, Tash? This pattern is going to be brilliant, isn't it, within your stash? Because anytime you've got a fabric that you want to feature really strongly,
do you know what I would really happily make these out of K fabrics as well. When you get those stunning big pieces of Kaif,
that fabric you don't want to cut.
You can't
bear to cut it because it's just so special.
Now I'm going to move these across to here, which is probably a really bad idea.
We've all had that fabric.
We've all had that fabric. We have all had that fabric. We've absolutely had that fabric. And let's set this out properly now so that you can really see where we're going with this. And I really like, this suits my brain.
Not painting by numbers, isn't it?
Yeah. It feels a little bit like that. It's like, right, which bits need to go together? It's like a jigsaw, and I really, really like that. So, put that elsewhere now. We're done with that. So, I can't do anything with that top strip yet. Okay. I can stitch those together. I can stitch that onto that, but I can't do anything with that yet. I can stitch that onto that, and I can stitch, probably move that out so I don't stitch that into it, and give that a quick press. and I can stitch that onto that. And I am going to, whatchamacallit, chain piece. So let's go. Now, you can use a thread that's actually going to... Gemma, can we go on the sewing machine,
Yeah,
please?
cool.
I've got my guide on today so that I don't have to pin the what have you out of everything. And that for me is just a bit of belt and braces because I want an equal seam allowance. I will pin some of these, that will shock you, I know. But I will pin some of these when we get more going on. And this is where I'm very grateful for a machine that just does straight stitch and does it beautifully, no drama. Okay, overhead please, Jem. Got me little snips. And then I'm going to come over here and move that one out the way a little bit. Now, I did flatter this. Just, I'm going to press towards that dark side. Now I know I've gone in with a golden thread, which I know a lot of you are probably going, firstly it's so you guys can see it, but also secondly, if it does ever show, it's fine because it's just going to look like some of the gold thread in here. So we just set that seam and then with the edge just knock back that seam and press. And we start to build this seam up again so that we know where we are. And every time I keep coming back and rebuilding this seam so that I know where I'm at. And it just means that it makes it, well, yeah, I did one of those panels this morning before breakfast. So it took me, so with the cutting of this as well, took me, I was standing by about 5:45 this morning. And I've got it finished by 7:30.
Amazing.
It's not a really long drawn out thing here. Okay, so we still don't have anything that we can really sew together yet in terms of panels. It's all going to change once we sew these two together. And the reason that I lay everything out is I'm looking at that going, oh, his legs are, let's get his legs around the right way. He looks like he's been on the sauce. Flip it. Now, what you can do, because with the best will in the world, when you are sewing, sometimes you can distort your fabric a little bit. But I'm going to line up these side edges because they are the bits that I want. Along the top I'm lining up because that's what I'm going to sew, and then just making sure that those side edges are going to be nice and parallel. And this is when I am going to find my pins. I don't know why I'm whispering because we're all here. Gemini, what have I done? Oh, they're over here. And I have...
Didn't even get a chance to answer you then. Just...
No. Now when I'm pinning this, I'm pinning it so that I don't have to take them out when I sew. I'm pinning them outside of that 1/4 inch seam allowance. It's just, you can do it in this. If you want to keep your little selvage edge bits, oh, Gemma's not on the screen. If you want to keep your little selvage edge bits, then you can use those as donkeys. What do I mean by a donkey? I mean the little bits that you send in first. Look, see, I sent that in first to take up the tension on my thread.
Oh, Claire Angelina says, I was having a heck of a time with my machine yesterday. It was skipping stitches all over the place. Then I changed to one of your super duper pack of 100 needles. Problem solved.
It's always the thing to check. Always the thing to check. Rethread it, pop a new needle in, you know that you're good. Right, so next up, if I sew those two things together, then I can sew those together. And once that's together, then I can join it all onto there.
Perfect.
And then I've got a block that I can then sash top and bottom to then add on to my big crane piece. It comes together beautifully. My brain really likes doing this. It's just how my head likes to work. So I'm going to flip that over there. Start taking off these labels now. And again, making sure that these fabric ends are lined up. If you want to pin, I tend to pin just out of the 1/4 of an inch seam so that I can just jolly well get a wriggle on, Gemma.
Yes.
And I'm going to jolly well get a wriggle on over here.
Okay.
Now, I am sewing from, as Jane will tell you, the side that has the most information. So one side was just my sashing piece there, but one side had a lot of information. And I'm sewing it from this side so that I can make sure that these lie straight. Okay, and then we're going to go over here and press. Right, whilst we do this, let's talk about tomorrow. So,
yes,
in your newsletter, when SJ sent that out, we were going to do the finishing of Jane's calendar quilt.
That we were.
We were. Jane then threw her phone down the loo. Be honest.
Oh yes, various things occurred.
Various things occurred. Jane threw her phone down the loo, which meant that all of her beautiful photographs for all of the next stages to finish it off also went down the pan, literally. Yes. So, we are going to delay that show ever so slightly. Don't worry, it'll happen on Monday, because then various people went and died last week, very sadly. So we now have a funeral next week on the Monday. So it's like this jigsaw, isn't it, trying to work out the shows. So now Jane's going to do her finishing off the quilt next Monday.
She is.
She is.
We will see you then.
And I just have to be very matter of fact about stuff, because otherwise, you know, just gets a bit mosh. And so then Monday will be Jane. Tomorrow. I think you're going to love it. Tomorrow. We've got the likes of this, which we've never had before.
No. Very strokeable.
Shannon fabric. At insane prices.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to say.
Snuggly, snuggly, and a lovely make to go with. No, don't.
What?
We'll have a lovely make to go with. Just
No, we won't.
We will soon. I've got something.
Not
in
for
mind.
tomorrow.
No, not for tomorrow.
God,
I've got something in mind.
Got packing to do, love.
No, but my point is, if they buy it now, stock up on it.
Oh yeah, look
We've
at the
got
chevron
a
one.
make
I've not
in
seen the
mind.
chevron one before.
Beautiful.
That's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just going to pin this quilt up.
You've knocked your panel down, haven't you?
Yeah, I did knock my panel down. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, so that's what.
This is one of those stock it up now and bank it for later fabrics. That's
Shannon
what it's going to
fabric is, hello, come here, come here. You can't just barge in on a show, can you?
be. No, you're not allowed near the fabric as well. You know that, don't you? Look at the worry on her face. She's, uh-oh, I'm in the wrong place. I know I'm in the wrong place.
You can't barge in. It's a show day.
Okay. And you've got your poor near your mum's mic. That's never going to be a good thing. So maybe you can go out of the studio or on your beanbag where you belong. Come on. I'll come
Your
and get you.
beanbag is over there.
Come and get you. There we go.
I'm just saying hello to everybody.
Right.
Oh, she's
Done
gone.
that now. Come
There
on,
we go.
done.
Right.
Beanbag.
So
Come on.
yeah, Shannon Fabrics, beautiful tomorrow, amongst other things. What else we're going to do tomorrow, I will tell you. Gemma, I haven't told you. I told Jane this morning, but I haven't told you yet.
Good.
You know that cave on the shelves?
Yeah.
It's all going. Clearance.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, amazing.
We will have new stuff coming in. I really slowed up with all my buying, and then I suddenly realised I've got a lot on the way.
Yep.
So, out with the old, in with the new.
How exciting.
So, if you thought that yesterday's prices were good, if you've been buying our bolt ends and you've thought those prices are good, brilliant. Can you tell me, because we had a great debate this morning, just pop in the comments. I'm just going to sew along there. Again, from the side that has the most information, which is this. And you pop in the comments whether you would like 2 or 3 metre increments of cave at discounted prices.
Because we did 2 metre pieces yesterday and everyone loved that.
They flew,
Great.
didn't they? They absolutely flew. I don't know how many of those we've got left.
Oh, I don't think we've got many at all. However, we appreciate some of you might like a 3 metre piece for the purposes of backing.
So this was the debate, because I said 2 metres is great for sashing, because I always assume that cave's going to go on the front. And then Jane said, yes, but what if you wanted to sash, in which case you wanted 3 metres. So can you just, to back. And then she said, but then would you put cave on the back? There are some that you might. And not all quilts are going to take 3 metres to back it with. So can you just put in there, or do you want a variety?
Yeah.
That's the other thing,
That
isn't
may be a
it?
thing.
Which would keep us on our toes massively. Oh, look at that, Gemma. As to how you would like your fabric served to you tomorrow. All I can promise you is fabulous prices. Black Friday styly on a Wednesday. That Friday feeling on a Wednesday, Gemma.
Beautiful.
Can't go wrong, can you?
No.
Right, I am going to flip and stitch. And I'm only safe to do this because I know I've pinned outside of that 1/4 inch seam allowance.
Okay.
All right?
We'll let you off then.
Thanks. Thanks ever so.
So being as you've explained yourself.
Huh?
Being as you've explained yourself.
I explained myself,
Yeah.
yes. I did explain myself.
You did.
But it just means
Natasha,
that
a
you
couple
can-
of other things are of note.
Okay.
Yes, there are literally a couple of the pre-cuts
Overhead.
left from yesterday, which I'm tagging with today's date.
Of what's from yesterday,
The
sorry?
pre-cuts. A couple.
Oh.
There's literally, probably 3 or 4 left.
Right.
Also, we on our bolt ends have got some of them at 30% off. So that is something to just go and have a
just go in and
rummage.
check. We've taken an extra 5% off some of them.
Yes. SJ's been busy shenanigating those.
Oh, did she manage to do that yesterday?
Yeah.
Good.
And also, those of you who ordered the Natasha Makes Advent Calendar will have had an email. Now, we are aware sometimes emails go into spam, etc. So I'm making sure I say this now.
Oh, public service announcement.
Yes. If you ordered a Natasha Makes Advent Calendar,
Mm-hmm.
your order will go to the shipping address that was put down when you placed that order. So if you have moved house, or if you want it sending to somewhere different, or if you're just not sure, can you please email us, info@natashamakes.com, to say, hello, please can you make sure my advent calendar is sent to?
Yeah.
And we will make sure it's amended before we send those out, because they will be going out very soon.
Imminently, in fact. I can't believe how fast that has come up on us.
I know.
We were going to be so organised. I'm just trimming a little bit back here and there. But really not much. So now I can sash the top and the bottom, and then we put on that big old chunk of crane.
Lovely.
So it does come together relatively quickly, quicker than you think it's going to. This is where these pins are great because they slide in, because of the way that they are polished when they are made. They are polished that way, so they just slide in. There's no resistance. You know, you put some pins in, they just don't want to play.
Yeah.
Not these. Now, let me just explain to you about the donkey. I know a lot of you do know, but sometimes you get that bit of thread, don't you? Well, every time you start, you get that little bit of thread. This is just going to take up that thread, that little clumpy bit of thread, take up the pressure, and then you are away. And you know how I said go from the side with the most information? I've completely not done that here because I was too excited to show you that. Do as I say, not as I do.
Well, yes.
Da, 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 da. Here we go, here we go. Right. But it just means, see that little bit where you start, those few little threads, you don't have those. They are all gone. Gemma, how are we looking on that deal with that other Kaufman?
Good point. Let me just see what I can do. Unfortunately, our system's on a bit of a go slow today,
Right.
which is either a them problem or an everybody buying everything and it getting very excited problem.
Okay.
I will
Alright.
let you know once that is live.
Okay.
Just keeps slowing up on me, Tash. It's always when we've got something exciting to do, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. Right. I'm going to put my next bit of binding, not binding, sashing, whatever the heck that is there. Ooh, beautiful fabrics. Now, my other half is, it's not come from a fabricy background, has he?
No,
Fair to say.
I think that's fair.
I mean, it couldn't be less from a fabricy background, really. But he keeps walking in and looking at these and going, they're really nice, aren't they? Yes.
We like that.
Yes,
They
they
are
are.
enhancing his fabric education.
Which means that when I then say, so do you mind if these ones go up on the wall? It's like, no. They will look amazing up on the wall. Like, yes. Yes, they will. And for me, this is art. As far as I'm concerned, this is art
Yeah.
that I have had a hand in making. So I am a happy girl. Have we got any more of this quilt kit left, or is this all now gone? I keep asking you to do lots of
have a
things, don't I?
look.
Don't worry,
I know,
don't worry.
yeah.
I
Thing
suddenly
is, this
realised
system's
that.
on a go slow, and it's every time I try and load a page, it's getting cross with me. So yes. Nah, it's not very happy this morning. I don't know why.
Right. Here we go. So that is the top chunk of this. I'm going to make the bottom chunk and then we can just add the cranes in the middle and it's done. Just sash it, done.
Fabulous.
Okay. So let's see how that's going to look, shall we? Whee! Here it sort of is. And again, it's going to be pretty similar to that. So if you weren't paying attention, it's all right. You've got a second go at it. You're all right. We'll let you off. So like I say, just lay it out and have a look at what needs to go together before you can add what to what. So that sashing strip is going to be the last bit. I can start to, I'm just going to put a little bit of warmth on that piece and on that piece, get the kink out. So I can sew those strips together. I can sew those strips together. I can sew those, starting off with one, and I can sew those together, and I am going to, like I say, just chain piece. Chain piece, Gemma. Chain piece. Let's go. So donkey is in position. Little donkey. What's the other one that annoys us when we think of donkeys?
Hey, that annoys who?
Songs that annoy us about donkeys.
Dominic the donkey.
Dominic the donkey.
Bitty clop. Eeyore, eeyore.
One of Emily's favourite books has been The Wonky Donkey.
Oh, that's a great book.
And then there was the Wonky Donkey's Grandchild or something, which again we've had and loved. I don't know how many family members they can do.
No.
But I think they're going to push for more. And then we were at Warwick Market on Saturday rather. And I just thought we'd done everything. We'd got our beautiful fresh ciabattas. We'd been to Veg Out and Get Fruity and got all of our fruit and veg. I'll tell you what, Nat, who runs the Veg Out and Get Fruity in Warwick Market, she's a cracker, she is. We'd been there with t'other half's daughter 2 weeks before, and we were looking for dragon fruit because that's her favourite thing in the whole wide world. Not only did she remember, first time she'd met her, not only did she remember his daughter's name, she also remembered the fruit that she liked.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
Said she'd had some the following weekend for us, but of course we hadn't managed to go because we were in Cork. And but how good is that? That's service for you, isn't it?
Really good. That's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah. Overhead, please. That's also what I want. And that is, you see, we try and give a bit of personal service. And that's the other thing. So, personal service for us, we can only do that if you leave your phone number. Now, we are not one of these companies that are going to give your phone number to anybody else.
No.
That is highly immoral and horrible, and I hate it, and no. But what we will do is if ever there is a query on your order, we will ring you. Generally Gemma, because she likes to chat.
It's always me, isn't it?
Do you know what? I have a bit of a phone phobia. Did you know that?
Everyone's got the phone phobia except me.
And yeah, I do have a bit of a fear of the phone, which is really strange. Ever since I was little, it's terrified me to pick up the phone. And which is crazy, isn't it, when you think about it? A grown woman. But yeah. And then if there's ever anything that we need to ask you or double check, or if you said, can you put this fabric with that or anything like that, then we can.
It will be a withheld number that calls you. And that's simply because it's my personal mobile phone. So if I rang everyone...
Well, it's your
from
personal
phone,
work one, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But the point is, with the phone ringing constantly through the show, etc., would not be the ideal
We can't give out that, whereas most people know. Actually, yeah, nobody bothers phoning you through the show. It's just me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Because that would be a disaster. It would set all the tech off. So we can't operate an incoming phone here. That's not something we've got the manpower for. There are a handful of us that run this business. But we will ring you. If there is an issue, you can always email us and ask us and we'll give you a call. But you just need to pick up that withheld number.
Now, I'm not saying that every withheld number that you have on your phone is us.
No. So if it's someone else you don't want to speak to, sorry.
Soz. I love listening to you on the phone, to our people.
You do.
I love that. I'm like, wow, they sounded really nice. Jim's like, yes, they were, Tash. You could have spoken to them too. I'm like, yeah, no. I know.
But I've got the fear of the phone.
I've got the phone fear. I can't
Most people
remember.
get a fear of a camera. Nope. Tasha's phone fear.
Oh no, did that go there? Is that it? I've discombobbled myself
You?
talking about phones.
Oh,
Only,
don't you?
yeah, I know. Do. There we go.
Trying to keep up with you.
I know, I'm done. No,
Woman,
I know.
there's a delay on these cameras. You can't be that quick. It's not allowed.
I know. Unless you're trying to load stuff. I'm like, can we just do this?
No.
And everything's on a slow go.
Everything's gonna go slow, and I can't get things to do their
Oh, it's all
thing.
right.
Dear me.
We're doing all right. So that can go onto there. And then that can go onto there. And then that can go onto there. That can go onto there. And then they can all go on together. Hooray!
Hooray, hooray.
We are nearly there. Right. So let's flip that onto there. Dee, dee, dee. Now, you will be, I've just looked at the time, Jen, I'm rushing now, which is something I said I wasn't going to do with these fabrics, but I am, which is silly. Right. Let's flip that onto there. Lining up those sides again. What?
Sue says, Gemma,
Hi, Sue.
I remember you phoning me about knobs when I was birthday lunching with the girls.
Ah!
There you go, see?
What a beautiful memory.
She's also asking, Tash, if you've read the Brenda's Beaver Needs a Barber series.
Wow, no.
That sounds like a gift.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if Warwick Bookshop, that was the end of my story. We ended up in the bookshop. I don't know what the rest of the story was because that doesn't sound very exciting at all. No, that is, wow.
Yeah. I think I've
Is
heard
it
of
gardening bush? Gardening bush?
No, it's an actual pet beaver. Needs a barber. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
I know.
I didn't think you were allowed to keep barbers as pets?
No,
Beavers as
it's
pets?
a book though, Tash. You know, it's
Okay.
not actual real.
Oh,
Not real
isn't
life
it?
and that, no.
Oh, okay. So literal.
Julia loves the service we provide, including the congratulations note in with it on her competition win.
Oh yeah, we have a few competition wins. Yep. Do you know what? It's code of honour with ladies, isn't it? You know, sometimes things are bought on a need-to-know basis,
Yeah.
and sometimes our other halves do not need to know. If it makes us happy, then that's all that matters.
Oh, Sarah says, I've never quilted before, but I'd like to make a lap quilt. What's the best interfacing for it that I could use?
Oh, wooding for a lap quilt.
It's-
This is very much personal
Isn't it
preference.
though?
So for a lap quilt, I would go 80-20. Now that could be, you could use bamboo, cotton bamboo, or 80-20 cotton polyester.
I think our cotton bamboos are 50-50. Now you've said that, that's just thrown me, but I think it is.
80-20 is the cotton polyester.
Yes, that's right. Now, if you type in Bleaselina, or go to the Bleaselina section on our website, you'll be able to see what we have available there. The 276 is another one that we've got now. Now, that's the natural cotton wadding. That's the white, Tash. So if someone's making a white project and they want something
So
beautifully
yeah, if
white,
you're working with pale fabrics, it doesn't dull those fabrics in any way, because that's sometimes earthing.
yeah.
We don't want to happen.
So that's the Bleaselina 276. We also have stock of, like Natasha says, the Bleaselina 279, which is our 80-20.
So
it's
80
probably our
20, and
most
if you
popular.
are, yeah, if you're wondering, well, why do they have to go and put polyester? I'm not saying that you speak like that, but why, suddenly realised,
No.
mass offence caused. Why do they have to put polyester with it? The polyester just holds the cotton together,
Yeah.
just makes it hang together, so that you don't have to quilt it really tightly.
And it's all personal preference, really. As you quilt, you'll
Yeah.
decide what it is that you
Some
like.
people work with wool, they quilt with wool, that's quite an expensive option, but you know, if they're making heirloom pieces, they're like, well, that's what I want. Absolutely fair enough. Now, if you are slightly distorted here, and this could just be because your seam allowance is slightly off, or you've been chatting, or whatever, you can just straighten that up. It's not going to be end of the world, but I just straighten up on one of the sashing bits. And then it just gives you a nice straight edge to then pop your sashing along, because we are getting to the stage, Gemalala, where we are nearly done here.
Now, the beautiful fabric duo of the Jaikamari fabrics is going to have to go up, I think, after the show, because I'm going to have to reboot everything and see if I can get the tech side of things to behave.
Okay.
But that will go up, so just keeping at the website for that one.
We
It's
will put a
beautiful duo.
very, very juicy discount on that for you, I
Yeah.
promise. Okay.
Which we don't do with Kaufman.
We've never done with
No.
Kaufman. We've put it at an intro price, just for those of you that have never tried it before. But we've never ever put it into any discount, anything. We've never needed to.
Nope.
Oof. Makes me a bit nervous, that does. Now, I'm only spraying my flatter on after, because I was, before I start working with the iron, because I didn't get a chance to prep it thoroughly before. That would have been the preference. How beautiful is this, Gemma?
Oh, it's stunning.
Seriously. Gorgeous. My little Perfect 5 here is just great for just levelling off any little edges or whatever. Right. Okie dokie. And you can just see there, that's... Ba, 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 ba. Right. Last bit of sashing, and then we are putting everything together. How long have we been going on this? An hour?
Yeah, only about that. Claire Everett says, this might be a silly question, but
Never
how
a silly question.
do you hang these things on the wall at home?
Various ways. So we have got, well, I can show you in just one moment. Hang on, let me just finish pinning this. So we have a couple of ways that we do it. You can either use a curtain rail, and you can get little hooks that then clip on. So if you're going to change up, so if I have a wall that I know I'm going to change the quilts around, and I know they're not going to be there forever. So for instance, into the Half's music studio, he's got quilts to help soundproof. So he's got, but if we need any of those quilts back for a show, we've got to be able to take them off the wall.
Yeah.
So they are hung on rails.
Yeah.
And we just take them, we just unclip them, and away they go. And that's what we use on a lot of the shows. It's what we used in our old studio. It's what we will use here when I've worked out how these walls are not going to crumble and basically how raw plugs work. That's the next fun thing. In the meantime, we use Let me take one off the wall at the end here. These are what you can buy. And you can paint these any colour.
You can. I'm going to go close up, Tash.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
You can paint these any colour. They've got a marble. They're marvellous. And what happens is you put your fabrics up in there, and then that marble just grabs it and holds it from going down. Now, Emily's got various quilts in her bedroom. They're hung with these.
Yeah.
And then when you need to take it down, because then if you pull that, it's not going anywhere, you then pull it out to the side.
Yeah.
There you go.
The other thing Jane's done, and any of you who've bought the calendar quilt series will have this from when she's done the blocks. It should occasionally create a sleeve to go on the back of a wall hanging that you can then insert a dowel into,
Yeah, or a garden cane or something like that.
and hang it that way.
Yeah.
So there are
Yeah.
many ways
Yeah.
to achieve the same thing.
Yeah. All of that. So no, it's not a daft question because it's
Not
something
at
that we
all.
all struggle with.
Yeah.
Failing that, this is not my preferred way, but it has held my favourite quilt up in the old office for a couple of years, and that is, you know, the what are they called, Jem? The upholstery round things.
Oh, the tacks.
Tacks. I've used
Yeah.
upholstery tacks
Yeah,
before
if
now,
you're willing
just
to put a hole in it.
hammered it into the wall. But only because it's one that I knew I wasn't going to take down, and obviously then we moved again.
I do know people have used command strips as well, but you know, obviously then you've got an adhesive there. So it just depends on what you are willing to do to your
Yeah, you know,
item
some
and how
people
worried
use
you are about
double-sided
it.
Velcro.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. So yeah, basically there's no right or wrong. It's whatever's going to work for you. Command strips. Okay, let's talk command strips. They are great up to a point, but if you are like me and you have damp in any of your walls, they just don't work. It's not a thing. Right, this, however, is a thing. And it's a thing of beauty, Gemma.
It is.
Yes. Gemma's been very quiet today.
I am.
Concentrating. It's unusual. Not that she concentrates very hard.
Oh, yes.
But her to be quiet. Right, so again, always putting these things in the way we want them to be. How do we want them to be? Where do we want them to end up? There we go. I am excited. Do. Okay, let's get that done.
Lovely.
Lovely job.
Lovely job.
Where's my extension table for this machine?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Can we go over?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I have it delayed.
So when you have to hold the fabric, you know, like, hang on a minute. Where is that? Is everybody all right? Are you all right? Are you inspired to go and make a really simple, easy quilt in a matter of a weekend?
It's lovely to think you can do that, isn't it?
Something this gorgeous. It's a proper showstopper, this one, isn't it?
We've had a mix of 3 metre and 2 metre answers as well, Natasha, on the old.
Oh, is there a good old mix? Okay. What has appeared to be favourite?
It's pretty even.
Oh, is it even Stevens?
Sue says the Brenda's Beaver series are meant to be for children, but the double entendres for adults are spectacular.
Amazing.
Someone put them in the school library until staff twigged. Completely torn as to whether they should stay or not.
Oh!
Patricia says, can I ask, are the pins suitable for dressmaking?
Yes.
Also, if I eau de coat a piece of fabric, does it normally make the fabric tacky?
No.
Or maybe, is my eau de coat too old? I've never used it before last week.
I would say if it's tacky,
Yeah.
you probably put too much on.
Yes.
It will dry,
Thin layers.
but it's really just, you need to really work it into the fabric. Really work it into the fabric. Yeah. And as sparingly as possible. And then when that's dry, you go in with another layer if you want. It doesn't make it more waterproof, it just makes it more glossy.
Yeah.
That's all.
Tash Sue says, how do you quilt these? I have my Leesa Chandler version of this waiting to be quilted, as I've not decided how to quilt it. I've not done it yet.
Okay, so you have various options. You either send it away to little quilting house. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Little Quilt House.
Little Quilt House. Yeah, we send a lot of ours there.
Yes.
Um,
It's a lovely Amanda.
yeah, just because we don't get time to quilt everything.
Some projects are so
sometimes I have
special.
the fear.
They deserve it as well, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes things are so special, you go, yep, long arm.
But that's not your question.
No.
Your question is how do you do it? Right. If you have the fear, but you're going to quilt anyway, good on you. What I would say, if that is the case, is just echo quilt. Honestly, just hang on. Hang on. Bear with, and I'll show you. I only made these last night, so I haven't actually quilted them yet at all.
I have to say, if you're someone who wants to get into doing some free motion though, or you've done some free motion and you've been looking for a project to have a really good go at having a play with, the big panels are a great space to do this.
They are.
But
Or
they don't need it.
if you are just starting,
Yep.
then I would go 1/4 of an inch and just echo round. Just go
Perfect.
within those, and you can go up and down on those. You can stitch in the ditch if you want, but actually echo quilting where you come out a little way is far more forgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't stitch in that ditch and you come out of it, it does show.
Yeah.
So I would echo, and then you've given it a bit more depth as well. Then if you want to have a go with these panels with a little bit of free motion, then just follow some of these, or mark out, come around the edge of these. Anything that you want to highlight, you can go around.
Isn't that Claret colourway stunning, Tash?
It's
I'm watching you move your finger around it, showing everyone where to quilt, and it's just beautiful. Oh,
I'm just
stunning.
I'm gonna stitch this bit down, and then I'm not gonna do all the borders and everything because it's exactly the same. I've just come undone. It's exactly the same as what we've just done, but I just want, and I'm really aware of time.
Yeah.
But what I am gonna do is just show you, if you are buying these fabrics to work together, it might be that you've managed to get hold of some of the heron and the other colourways or whatever, and you want to do cushions, or you want to do a centre panel piece, or whatever it is. I know lots of you said that you'd want to embroider onto these and embellish that way. Beautiful. I wish I was better at hand stitching to do that. It's not always better at, is it? It's just having the time to.
Sure.
You think about it. The other week I had 11 shows to prep for 1 week.
Exactly.
It's a lot.
Bonkers.
So yeah, the gentle sitting and hand stitching does not happen. When I was pregnant with Emily, I used to hand stitch a lot.
You did. And it's when you've got hospital appointments and things, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can just sit there, bit of mindful stitching
Bit
in the
of an
waiting
evening,
room.
I would sit on the sofa, watch a movie, hand stitch, and yeah, I quilted her entire. I did her an entire quilt out of EPP. Haven't actually sashed around it, but you know. Right, can we go and do the big reveal? I got it around the right way, is it? Okay, Gemini, front on, please.
Mhm. I'm just letting you get yourself organised first. There
Here
we
we
go.
go. Oh, it's like that wedding gown, isn't it? Getting the train done.
Look at that.
Have we got any of these colourway left?
We'll see. I'm going to say, let me see.
Now, at this
Got to
point,
behave, hasn't it?
I have a choice because I can either sew this into the middle pieces here. But this is how that's going to go. Oh, Gem, look at that.
I believe we've got one claret option left. That's it.
So for me, you've got these peachy tones that are then slightly paler through to here, but by the time you get to here, you're picking out the grey tones in there and everything is merging. But you've also got the greens that coincide across there. So everything is working together. Now the kits will be either do yours all in black, all in the claret, or all in the teal. But if you're looking to work with the different fabrics, yes, yes, and yes. They're a bit special, aren't they?
They really are.
I'm going to do mine as a trio, like I say. Or I could just stitch it in the middle and be done. Oh, decisions. But I think actually now I want them as panels.
Yeah, they'll look gorgeous.
They'll be gorgeous,
The right
won't
thing to
they?
do. Yeah. It's the right thing to do.
The right thing. That's what I'm going to do.
Fabulous.
And these fabrics, anything that's not the cranes basically, is available by the ½ metre. Gorgeous.
Stunning.
Look how stunning that is.
Natasha,
Yep.
Jo says today's demo has inspired her to do a Leesa Chandler kit of this that she bought.
Yay! Finally!
Yeah. Crack on, do that, enjoy it. It's a lovely make, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this pattern's a great one to have in your armoury for that
It's
reason.
a really lovely one. Did we do it with the bouquets, the large Waratah bouquets?
No, it was with, it's a couple of years ago, I'm going to say, but it's with the fans, the big Chinese fans.
Oh, well, that's what it was
with, I think.
originally designed
Yeah.
with, wasn't it? And look, you've got the different colourways here.
But
There
it
we
is
go. Should
the
we go over?
Imperial House quilt, and of course, Robert Kaufman's fabrics are the Imperial collection. This is Imperial Collection Honour Cut. So I don't think there's any kind of, coincidence there.
These were the fan ones, yeah, that's
She
it. If
designs,
it's that
doesn't
one.
she?
Yeah.
With
She used to
Kaufman in
design with
mind.
Kaufman.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's how these kind of...
That's where the Imperial link comes across.
Yeah,
You know?
and then obviously she had her own Summer Palace range, but just really stunning. And I love the way that it just steps down
Yeah.
each time. So this is the middle one, so I've got equal either end. So this is the bottom bit of this. This is this middle panel here.
There's an Imperial collection from Kaufman every now and again, and they always look fabulous with Leesa's
Yeah.
quilt patterns that she's designed that have Imperial in the title. Just bear that
You
in
can
mind.
use any of them. Yeah. This happened to be the first one that I
Yep.
came across and went, yes! And yes, because I had the 3 different colourways.
Yeah.
So I was like, that'll do nicely. So yeah, but again, once you've got this pattern, think of these with K fabrics.
Yes.
We're going to have those for you tomorrow
We
at
are.
redunculous prices.
Yeah.
And Shannon fabrics and all sorts of stuff for you tomorrow, instead of Jane's finishing off quilt show, which will now be moved to Monday.
It shall.
Okay, there you go. Right, fill your boots. Grab yourself some cork. Did that get bundled with the rose gold
Yep.
in the end of it? Okay.
I managed to get that duo up,
done.
and then everything
And
went
then-
quite cross.
Good. And we will see you here tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Do join us then. Thank you very much for your company today. Lots of love. Take care.